fast. With that much momentum,
they flying.
They flying out there, man.
Oh yeah, man. These guys, and they 6'5", 270,
6'5",
running a
270,
4'7".
running a 4'7".
Yeah, you better watch your head out there. And just because you small and quick, that don't mean that you're gonna be a good NFL quarterback. And a lot of the narrative is starting to change, P, on the short quarterback. You know, I've always liked a quarterback with some size.
You need one.
Dak runs about 6'4".
Yeah,
you know,
you need somebody big that's going to be able to absorb that concept. You see how he shot?
And the silver line, a lot of balls get batted down.
Cuz from Seattle, if you think about Cuz down in Carolina, as soon as Bryce Young, he's not going to be able to shake off a defender. He can probably shake off a corner, but you're not shaking off a defensive lineman. Him being basically
he's a dog though. He gonna be all right. They need to surround him with some talent and some structure, man. They might get Bieniemy down there. They need to get Eric Bieniemy down there.
I'm afraid for him because he's so small.
He gonna put on some weight. They gonna put him in the weight room
because he's tiny.
Yeah, he's definitely slender. He definitely
CJ.
Yeah,
that boy CJ is built like that.
He definitely like the Slim Reaper. He built like Slim Reaper out there in Carolina.
Right.
But I like the bigger quarterbacks anyway, but there's been a lot of injuries, man. But speaking of stats, man, I seen an alarming stat about the Commanders, P. And, you know, a lot of people been talking about Terry McLaurin this year. And I remember I was at a preseason game, P, and they was trying to get Sam Howell acclimated, right? Mm-hmm. So it was like, I think, the second or third preseason game. And then around the league, a lot of people was resting their starters. Mm-hmm. But McLaurin was still out there because he's such a loyal guy. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get Sam Howell acclimated. He don't want to leave him out there by himself with some backup receivers. So he caught a joint down the middle, and he was trying to avoid the big hit. So he kind of went down on one knee, got his foot caught up in the
I remember that.
Ever since then, he ain't been the same. But we ain't just going to use that as an excuse, but I just saw this alarming stat. And Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson, out of 93 receivers, they ranked 78th and like 73rd out of 93 receivers in getting separation. Out of all the receivers in the league, P. And last year, I think Jahan Dotson was ranked 90th in getting separation. So this just shows, you know, these guys is not getting open this year like they have been. And Terry making a lot of money, and people been putting up there that top tier receiver. And I still like Terry. I still like building with him in the future. Yeah. But Jahan Dotson, like they gotta either wake up or find another solution or move on. For me, like he's having a down year, and the stats and analytics back it up. Like he's not getting open, and a lot of fans have been calling in saying that, like, what the hell is going on with Jahan? This dude ain't getting open. And you know, we had a chance to draft a kid at the Ravens safety, Kyle Hamilton, and he's balling. Yeah, so, and I still like Jahan, but they gotta get him back in a film study or something and figure out something because he's not getting open. That's unacceptable. 78th out of 93 receivers. So out of 93 receivers in the league, y'all 78th and 90th in separation rate. Like that's crazy. Like y'all, they gotta start getting open. So. They got to help Sam out a little bit. So I just want to throw that stat out there. That was something kind of interesting. That I talk about this Jet story, man, and Zach Wilson, man. So if y'all ain't here, man, Zach Wilson and the Jets, that were supposed to start Zach Wilson, and some report came out and said that Zach Wilson was like, nah, I don't want to start. Like, I don't even want to play for the rest of the season. Like, I'm not even with it. And basically was quitting the whole nine. And Aaron Rodgers came out on his little show with Pat McAfee and said that, you know, that they got a rat in the building and they need to squash this privately and really take care of the guy who did this, and it was unprofessional, and somebody was trying to promote their career basically so he's saying it's a cover up, that the whole thing was a lie. But I'm calling BS on the whole thing, man. I think Zach Wilson really did go to the team and was like, nah, don't put me in, like, and they trying to cover it up now. They backtracking. That's what it seemed like to me. And it's just funny. It's just funny. Like, the Jets just can't get out their own way, Pete. And I'm laughing because Aaron Rodgers, this is what you're going to get. He has that LeBron James persona where he's going to run that team. I'm telling you, what's the coach name? Salah or whatever.
Salah.
That Robert dude, he taking a back seat. Like, Aaron Rodgers is calling all the shots right now. And And that's what you kind of got to accept some of that with Aaron Rodgers. So what you think about that whole story, P? I thought I thought it was funny.
I heard that he didn't want to start. But
yeah, that's what I heard too.
Can you blame him? I mean, Aaron Rodgers.
You can't quit on the team, though, P.
Well, the team had quit on him last year.
What, Zach Wilson?
The team quit on Zach.
Man, I don't care.
Garrett Wilson last year said he'd rather Mike White be his quarterback.
Build your resume for another team then.
So right then and there, they should have never brought Zach Wilson back. They brought Zach Wilson back because Aaron Rodgers.
I agree. They should have never benched him in the first place.
No, they should have never.
The season.
They should have never brought him back from this year because last year that team, that offense quit on him. So why would you bring a player back and keep him in the building as a quarterback and you know your receivers don't want to play with him? That's first and foremost. But you did it because Aaron Rodgers.
I don't care if they don't want to play, but to find somebody who do want to play, to bench their ass. Bench all them receivers.
You gonna bench Garrett Wilson
if he don't want to play for
receivers in the league.
Man, first of all,
he doesn't want.
They need to stop crowning him too. Everybody need to stop crowning Garrett Wilson like he's CeeDee Lamb and Tyreek Hill.
Okay,
for real.
Hold up.
So I'm calling everybody out on that
Garrett,
right now.
You tripping on that? Because
he good,
if they actually had a quarterback, you would see.
You telling me if he don't want to play for Zach Wilson, he should stay in? Hell nah. If I'm the coach, they going to find me. Shit.
Zach Wilson, what did he do last year?
I don't care. He's still a member of the team.
What did he do this year?
He's still a member of the team.
Nah, bump that. I want to win. And that's why they brought in Aaron Rodgers. So they wanted to win. But what they forgot is that you need to protect Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
And because they couldn't protect Aaron Rodgers, their season is basically another wasted season.
Okay, yeah, I feel you.
That team is frustrated.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we got to shout out super producer E Money. You know, back doing his thing, doing everything back from the crib. He helping us out from the crib today, doing everything behind the scenes. What up, E Money? What's going on? So yeah, man, that whole story is funny. And you think Rodgers coming back, Pete? I don't think he's coming back now because they out of it now.
Yeah, they out of it now.
You see how the momentum is? That train is slowing down now.
Dan Orlovsky said something that I do kind of agree with. He was like,
I don't give him a lot of merit. Go ahead.
I don't either. But this is what he said about A-Rod. He was like, if Aaron is able to come back, he should come back and play one snap just to prove to himself and maybe to the team that like it can be done. Like. Because he gonna play at least a half. At 40 years old, snap. What else? Aaron Rodgers right now is playing because he got traded to the Jets.